And number 43, Captain Wes Carpenter. Starting tonight for the Blue Wave, led by head coach Jeff Braymeyer, associate head coach Chris Sagretta, and assistant Greg Lewis. Starting tonight for the Wave, number 3, Hudson Pokorny. Number 4, Michael Naked. Number 5, Matt Freeman. Number 8, Jackson Peters. Number 12, Tommy Hellman. Number 15, Henry Feifel. Number 22, Colin Wilkinson. Number 6, Hope Mathias. Number 11, Sam Cragen. Number 34, Tyler Struve. Number 38, Connor Olson. And 41, Pierce Poyer. I think I gave you a few too many. Please rise to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Thank you, Shannon.
Live from Stadium Field on the campus of Darien High School, it's Varsity Boys Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network. Tonight, under the lights, it's an FCIAC matchup between the 2-0 Darien Blue Wave and the 1-0 Ridgefield Tigers. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrews. So glad you could be with us on this DAF Media broadcast of Varsity Boys Lacrosse. Joining me tonight, and it's a real pleasure, Jeff Cragen and Tom Gaglione from Ridgefield. And gentlemen, FCIAC early season showdown, a rematch of last year's Class L state finals. This has the makings of another good one, Jeff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Kids are all very, very excited, completely pumped up. Obviously a little bit of a little revenge factor here from a great Ridgefield victory of the States. They're ready to go.
Tom, this is a Ridgefield team that comes off a huge win over Norwalk to start the season. Obviously a a much more competitive matchup here against Darien, their rivals, and they split last year, as Jeff alluded to. Ridgefield beat Darien in the state finals 9-8, ending Darien's 76-game win streak, and then Darien beat Ridgefield during the regular season 11-6. It should be interesting the way this plays out, and we're just about ready to get underway. The face-off specialists for Darien, Matthew Freeman, and for Ridgefield, Jack Lynn.
Andy Demopoulos in goal for Darien.
Let's go, Andy!
And in goal for the Darien Blue Wave is the sophomore Andy Demopoulos. In goal for Ridgefield is the senior
Dan Parsons.
And Dan Parson, who is on his way to Bucknell. And Darien wins possession. We've got a violation, and it'll be a Ridgefield ball here as the Tigers try to clear it out of their own end.
Nice ground ball by Connor, but he just got a little trapped.
So Ridgefield sets up here on offense. They'll go to work. The Tigers moving from right to left on your screen in the black jerseys with the orange numerals and letters. Darien in the home whites. They'll be moving from left to right on your screen. And Ray Dirth with the ball. He had such a big game in last year's state finals. Darien head coach Jeff Braymeyer, impressed with his talent on the field, thought he was a big reason why Ridgefield was able to pull the upset over the Blue Wave in the Class L state finals.
His older brother is a great story at Syracuse. When it was a big time offensive midfielder for Ridgefield, moved up to Syracuse. All of a sudden he's a D-midi, but he's a junior captain, getting a ton of minutes. That's just a nice shot there. Good save by Andy.
Demopoulos with his first save of the afternoon on the shot by Ryan Colsey, and that is the son of Ridgefield head coach Roy Colsey in his 11th season as the Tigers head coach. And
yes.
Here comes Darien.
So Ryan is a freshman starting for Ridgefield this year. As you said, the coach's son.
And Tom, I said to exchange texts with Roy this morning, and he said 11 seasons, but who's counting? He's having a lot of fun leading the Tigers. Of course, was a standout at Syracuse, played his high school lacrosse at Yorktown. Yorktown producing so many terrific players through the years, just like Darien and Ridgefield, just great programs in the tri-state area.
Ridgefield playing man-to-man tonight. No zone from them again this year.
Yeah.
There's Hudson Picorni with possession. Far side of the field, that's Tommy Hellman. And here's Colin Rupenstein.
Tom, who are you guys to watch on defense here? Who's someone we should take a look at?
So covering the ball right there is Jack Dowd. He's a junior. He started for Ridgefield. He's one of the few returning defenders this year that started on the defensive unit last year. And then they have a freshman now playing long stick, Mitty Kai, who Roy's coach is extremely high on. So we'll see how he does out here tonight.
Yeah, some of the Darien freshmen mentioned that he's a solid player.
Yeah. And this is Wes Carpenter carrying the ball for Ridgefield right here.
This Princeton-bound Wes Carpenter. He'll play in the Ivy League.
The state championship MVP, Chris Carpenter. I think he had 4 goals against Darien.
He did.
It was a real difference maker for sure.
Yeah, and this is James Isaacson, whose brother Noah Isaacson was the captain of the defense last year. So it's a younger brother of. James is headed to Dixon, I believe, next year.
He is headed to Dixon in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Nice block there by Darien. Sam Cragen. Good defensive effort out of him.
Good eat by Sam there for sure. Nice pass.
And here's Jackson Peters. Jackson Peters headed to Navy was on his way to Brown, decommitted, and now he's headed to Navy.
I think he's very excited about the Naval Academy.
Absolutely. And of course, the talented former Darien girls lacrosse star Logan Book playing for the Navy women's lacrosse team.
Good stop there by Parsons.
Very good save by the keeper there. Darien, the nice dodge up top, but the goalie stayed strong right there.
Ball's on the turf,
turnover.
and Henry Feifel comes away with it. Minikis goes down to cut Feifel, and here's Tommy Hellman.
That was a good ride there by Darien. Very, very active by the attackman.
Jeff, we bring up the military academies. Tommy Hellman is on his way to Air Force. He'll head to Colorado next year and play.
Darien is inverting here against an offensive midfielder, Wes Carpenter.
And Hellman looking for Minikis on the doorstep as Picorni scoops it up.
I believe in Darien, they say you can never have enough Minikis.
He is the third Minikis. There is one more in the line of Minikis brothers, and that is a goal. Hudson Picorni puts Darien on top first, and the Blue Wave off to a 1-0 lead with 6:28 remaining in the opening quarter.
It's a nice shot by Picorni, turning the corner there, righty.
Got his shoulder underneath the defenseman, stepped up, took that extra step, increased his angle.
Hudson Picorni, as we take another look at it here. Nice move by Picorni.
Yep, got his hips upfield nicely.
Yep.
And very nice finish there.
And here we are back at face-off X. It's Lynn and Freeman. Question mark coming into the season. Talked to Coach B before the season began, before the Yorktown game last week. And obviously Matthew Freeman, new at face-off, did a nice job, has done a nice job in the first two games, both wins over Yorktown, 11-7. And then, of course, Darien coming off a big win over West Hill. Those games both right here at Stadium Field. And after this game, Darien goes on the road for the next 5 games before they come back here against Danbury in late April. And let's hope the weather is nicer than it is tonight. And
nice slide there by Darien.
Yep.
He beat his man, but the slide was right there.
Bruce Ferguson carries it across midfield, and the Blue Waves set up shop here on their offensive end.
Well, Darien's got numbers here.
Oh, nice
And a
save.
nice save by Parson.
Nice save by the Ridgefield keeper there. Nice work. Maybe Hudson probably, if he had that again, would want to maybe change planes. He's winding up low, maybe rip that high. But a very nice save by the keeper.
Tom Bucknell certainly getting a nice goalie.
Yes, they most certainly are.
And here's James Isaacson, the senior midfielder, as Ridgefield swings it around the perimeter here. Ray Dirth with the ball out to Isaacson.
So Ridgefield has quite a number of lefties on their roster this year. We've gone years where Ridgefield has not had so many, but right now Coach calls he can put out as many as 4 at a time if the opportunity arises.
And the shot is wide of the far post.
Darien's sliding very well there, right? He's as soon as he's got a step, there's a guy right there. Punt return clear, nice pass to Tyler in the middle there.
Tyler Strube up ahead to Picorni. He tries to get it to Feifel, but the turnover, and here comes Ridgefield going the other way. And that was Kai Prohaska, the freshman who you talked about earlier in our broadcast, Tom.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Darien. They're going to get Connor for probably a hit high, I'm guessing, on that. Tom, is there a rule in high school where he's got to have turned and facing forward, or are they just going to going to call that a high hit.
Well, anything up around above in that shoulder area or helmet area at this point is generally, I mean, that was a point of focus for the referees last year. And that obviously carries forward always. Safety has become a key issue in lacrosse games. So anything up in that shoulder area or above is going to draw a flag.
So the officials are sorting things out here down on the sidelines.
Yeah, I think Darien thought that they might be man up there, and I'm not sure how that would be.
And
so as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, right now Ridgefield on their man up unit's got 4 lefties out there. Got Mathis up on top. You've got Wes Carpenter. You've got Ryan Colsey and James Isaacson there in the middle.
They're going to look to have lefty Mathis and 43 probably be your shooters on this, or?
Both those guys would be the guys that I would want to release the ball when it gets when they get hands free, for sure.
So Ridgefield here with a man up for the next minute as Olson serves the penalty. The shot, and that's a goal as it skips in past Demopoulos as John Mathis scores the equalizer, and we are tied at 1 with 3:54 remaining in the first quarter. Let's take another look at this. Great job by our DAF Media production crew here. Here's Mathis. He just lets it rip, shoots low, skips in, and Demopoulos unable to get it. Ray Dirth, the junior, with the assist.
I'm guessing Andy would probably like another look at that one.
So Dirth gets the assist on this, where you see he gets the feet moving one direction, reverses the ball to Mathis there for the shot.
Ball's up.
Ball's up. And Bruce Ferguson has it.
Freeman, we've had, Darien's had Tanner Strube running the draws for the last 3 years. Freeman's just been waiting. And, so far so far this year, he's doing everything you could ask.
No question.
Well, that's always one of the areas that Darien's always strong in, is their face-off unit. Well, Ridgefield has, worked hard to try to counter that, but it's always been one of Darien's strengths. And as you know, if you have the ball, you have a good chance of scoring. So it's an important part of the game.
You would laugh, Tom, in the Darien youth lacrosse meetings that we have. We never wanted a kid to be a Fogo, and we thought about it after a while. Well, that was really not smart of us.
Well, I'll tell you, my experience with coaching high school lacrosse, if you have a good Fogo and a good goalie, you can build the pieces around that. Mm-hmm. If you can stop the ball and you can get the ball.
Well, in last season in the state finals, and that's a goal for Rupenstein.
Darien will run both Rupenstein and Henry from that corner and try to have them sweep up top. Henry's been doing that for a few years for Darien. Lefty sweep, gets a step. Good shot.
Yeah, he's covered there by Brady McSpadden, short stick D-midi for Ridgefield. Had his hands a little too high and not down on his hips there.
Rupenstein, a player that Coach Brainmeyer has high hopes for coming into this season. And he's off to a pretty good start, played well in the Yorktown win. And so it's Lynn and Freeman again facing off. And Darien
nice ground ball
has it.
Tyler Strube there. Freeman seems to be kind of doing what he wants.
Minikis to Picorni.
Once again, lefty sweep there from Henry for Darien. That's, you'll see that a lot from Darien for sure.
Again, we are live on the DAF Media Network. Thanks so much for joining us wherever you are. We hope you're safe and sound and warm. It is rather chilly here. A typical early April day in southwestern Connecticut. Here's Feifel. The shot, nice stop by Parsons.
Once again, lefty sweep.
And so far, Parson off to a really nice start here for Ridgefield between the pipes.
I'd say that's probably his third or fourth save right here in the first period alone.
He's a couple-year starter, right?
Yeah, Dan has started since he was sophomore and is a senior now.
Minikis to Feifel, loses control. Ball's on the turf. And it's scooped up.
Nice ground ball by Kong.
And that's a goal for Picorni. I believe that ground ball was Bogdan.
You're right, you're right.
And then he gets it to Picorni. And that's a Darien goal in the wave. We're going to take another look at it here. And there's
not much goalie can do there.
No, That's a nice left-hand shot.
Yeah, we tell all our youth players, when you pick up a ground ball, get your head up, get the ball moving. That's when the defense is is unsettled, and really, really good job there by Jack Bogdan, and get it and move it.
So here we are, Lynn and Freeman again. And Freeman wins the faceoff. Darien goes back to work. Ball's on the turf. It's scooped back up by Freeman, and he gets it to Minikis.
I know they credit him for winning the faceoff, but in the end, you need the possession, not just to start with the ball. And they got the possession there.
And that is something that Ridgefield did so well last year in the state finals. In the second quarter and third quarter, they controlled things. They possessed the ball. They played, as Coach Colsey called it, that boring style, but it worked, and it won them a state championship. And that's another nice save.
Ridgefield the kids on that team should be immensely proud. They got a game plan. They executed it to perfection.
So to that point, last year, you mentioned the word boring. Coach Colsey put that phrase on a marker board, and that was implemented during the game plan. The intention was for the game to be slowed down.
Well, he said we only have to beat them once, and it was his a la Gene Hackman in the Hoosiers moment. We only have to beat them once. They had lost to him during the regular season, and in fact, the game plan worked. And that's another stop by Parson as the quarter comes to an end. After the first, it's 3-1 Darien. You are watching Varsity Boys Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network.
Escape with the Darien Foundation to our Rock the Yacht benefit on April 27th. They'll be dancing to sing-along hits from the 70s and 80s, performed by Yacht Rock Review. The seaside setting and water views at the Tokenie Club make the perfect summer kickoff. Since 1998, the Darien Foundation has awarded more than $4 million in grants to benefit and enhance our community. For more information and to buy tickets, go to darienfoundation.org.
We are back live here on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew alongside Jeff Cragen and Tom Gallioni. And gentlemen, we're off to a good start here. Good matchup between these two. 3-1 Darien at the start of the second quarter here. It's Lynn and Freeman facing off.
I had Freeman up 4-1 in the first half, in the first quarter, trying to do what Bill Kirby said, try to keep stats. But that's the only one I was able. That's the only one I was able to keep.
Well, you just got that one, so you're at 5.
Michael Minikis with possession here for Darien as the Wave sets up its offense. Want to give a quick shout out to our DAF Media production crew doing a tremendous job, all student volunteers. Our camera one operator is Carson Depp. Our ISO camera is Bo Hancock. Directing is Danny Owenati. And our instant replay coordinator is Sarah Bogdan. And here's Feifel on the far side of the field near the 30-yard line as he goes to work on this Ridgefield defense. Bounce shot is no good, crosses the end line, and Darien retains possession.
And he was covered there by the freshman we were speaking about earlier, 24 Kai.
Might have gotten away with a little bit of stroll through the crease at the end there.
Hellman. Ball's on the turf, scooped up by Picorni. Picorni out to Feifel. And nice defensive effort.
That's Kai
by
again.
Kai Prohaska.
Great footwork there. Great footwork.
And that shot sails wide of the near post. Jackson Peters, the junior midi.
So he was covered there by Jack Englert, who was short stick midfielder for Ridgefield that Coach Colsey recently put a pole in his hands, much like they did with Sam Gravitt a few years ago, who landed up at Princeton.
Little interesting, this in the Yorktown game in the second and fourth quarters, Coach B came out with an attack of Minikis, Picorni, and Matthias, and with moving Henry up to midfield, and it looks like he's stuck with the starting group this time.
And that's going to be Ridgefield possession. Here comes the Tigers.
And that's Brady McSpadden clearing the ball for Ridgefield.
McSpadden, also a hockey player for the Tigers.
Bruce Ferguson, great footwork there. Really just stood the guy up pretty much immediately after he got over half field.
Bruce Ferguson coming off a big game against Yorktown, played very well. And here's Hellman on the far side of the field.
Darien's really been giving Ridgefield a hard time clearing the ball. I think Darien's probably had 3 or 4 stops on the clear. That's a great stop by the goalie.
It's a loose ball there.
And flag on the turf as Parson with another terrific save. He has been really
like
good.
Darien's going to be man up here.
I'm guessing a stick may have gotten up high there. Yeah, stick up high.
Yep, stick up high, and so Darien will be.
Looks like stick up high on Darien.
On Darien,
Really?
It's on Darien. So Ridgefield will once again go man up here. And
Looks like the referees are, they both were going to send a Darien and a Ridgefield player to the box.
So Jackson Peters will be in the box.
It looks like Ridgefield has the same unit out there on man up.
Darien call for the cross check. We will be a man down.
With Mathis up top, Carpenter, Colsey.
So an advantage here for the Tigers as they look to cut this Darien lead to 1.
Darien doing a little better job of getting out on the shooters of 43 and 4.
Jonathan Mathis.
On the film watch, Colsley down low on the left is going to kind of sneak around and pop up. They've been looking for him a little bit.
And the shot there by Mathis, looking for his second goal of the game. Ball stays with Ridgefield. Here's Ryan Colsey. Tom, I can only imagine as a freshman playing for your dad at a really good program. It's got to be special.
Yeah, I think it's a special feeling for Coach Colsey.
And that is a goal for Ridgefield.
Dearth again.
That's Dearth, number 5.
And Dearth with the goal.
Goal Ridgefield.
Mathis to Dearth, and I believe in the first goal it was Dearth to Mathis.
That's correct.
And we're going to take another. How about this angle, guys?
That's some great camera work.
That's how you shoot. Come from the top. Come from the top and really, really pull the bottom of your stick and let it rip.
So Ray has worked really hard to improve his shooting. He's an extremely good midfielder, and that was one of the areas that he's been working on. So it's good to see that he got that off. High to low.
High to high from out there, almost every goal he's going to get. You got to make him work low.
Especially at this level.
Yep.
And we've got a timeout, I believe, on the field, Ridgefield. We will take a quick timeout, and we will be back with more live varsity boys lacrosse on the DAF Media Network. Darien up 3-2.
Ridgefield.
We are back here live on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, Jeff Cragen, Tom Gallioni joining you. Thanks for joining us on this rainy, dreary spring day here in Darien, Connecticut, Stadium Field on the Darien High School campus. Blue Wave taking on Ridgefield. Early season FCIAC showdown. A rematch of last year's Class L state finals. There's a shot by Ridgefield, well defended by the Blue Wave. And
Great ground ball by Darby there, up to Ferguson. Really, this is Darien lacrosse right here.
Yeah, this is what I mentioned to you earlier about how quick Darien gets the ball up and out of their zone on a save.
And there we do. We have Holt in now, so he did. It looks like he is probably going to move Henry up to play some midfield on attack. Darien now has Hudson Picorni, a senior. Michael Minikis, a junior, and number 6 is Holt Mathias, who is a sophomore.
Holt Mathias, of course, the younger brother of Case Mathias, who had a standout career here at Darien, went on to play at Duke and helped the Blue Devils win a couple of national championships. Here comes Blue Wave in transition. Nice pass, and another nice stop by Parson. Picorni gets it back. And that shot sails wide of the near post.
I think the last shot Darien's probably going to want to have back a little bit, but the goalie's standing on his head for sure.
Dan's doing a great job.
That was Ryan Darby with that shot, and Parson playing very well.
Yeah, kind of a textbook. It was Darby ground ball up to Ferguson, and they were off to the races there.
You mentioned just moments ago, Darien in transition, textbook Darien. Ridgefield saw that first hand last year in the fourth quarter of the state finals where a just an unbelievable comeback by the Blue Wave, and that's a goal for Darien. Michael Minikis gets into the scoring column, and the Blue Wave are up 4-2.
You can never have too much Minikis.
Well, as I said, Darien's always been good at transition.
That's just a little, the defender just got outside, and you never want to be outside there. You never want to give up the inside roll. It's the only place you don't have help.
And I'm told that Darien is out shooting Ridgefield right now, 18-6. The lights on here at Stadium Field. As we take a look again, Darien goal, that was Michael Minikis, not Hudson Picorni, as our graphic said. And Darien wins the face-off. Freeman again, we've got a whistle. And we've got a timeout, Blue Wave, so Jeff Braymeyer calls a timeout. Darien will talk things over here as they'll set up shop on offense. We will take a quick break. We'll be back with more Varsity Boys Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, Jeff Cragen, Tom Gallioni joining you. Thanks for joining us as we're going to take another look.
Nice dipsy-do by Michael there.
And Michael Minikis with the goal.
Jackson got the defense moving.
To both of your points, a lot of opposing coaches, when they face Darien, they're going to be glad when the Minikis crew is graduated. No question, both on the football field and the lacrosse field. Here's Darien, Feifel shot. It stopped. And nice ground ball there by Ridgefield's James Isaacson.
I think timeout Ridgefield.
Wisely used his second timeout of the half there.
That is a timeout, Tigers. We will keep it here. I want to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew again. Can't thank them enough for all of their work. Danny Owenati, our director. Instant replay coordinator is Sarah Bogdan. Camera 1 is Carson Depp. And camera 2, our ISO camera, is Bo Hancock, and doing a tremendous job. Bo Hancock doing a great job bringing us the ISOs.
My son Sam is a member of the DAF production crew and just absolutely loves it. The job you guys do with these kids and what they then produce it's off the charts.
Yeah, it really is. They're doing a great job.
Sam Cragen joined DAF Media this year, and I couldn't be happier. I told him his last production was the girls hockey state finals. And he went out of his way to get to West Haven for that game, and I told him, just give me one more game because I know I'm going to lose you during the lacrosse season. So it's great to have Sam in the mix. And
looks like Darien's in a 10-man here. On the looks like Andy's out.
So Ridgefield should reverse the ball to the other side of the field here.
Reverse it hard and try to hit the midfielder or the guy in the middle.
And here's Ridgefield across midfield.
Good clear.
And a nice clear by the Tigers.
So Darien's been using that 10-man ride for a long time. We practiced against it, and all the time we have a call for it, or Ridgefield does.
You know, it really helps when you have a line of goalkeepers that are as athletic as what you've seen.
Yeah.
Ryan Cornell, just a spectacular athlete. Hufford could move. Collins could move. You know, you got those type of guys out there. You can do that stuff.
You mentioned waiting your turn. You talked about Matthew Freeman. Collins did a great job.
Pierce Hoyda.
Hoyda, yep. And that's a goal for Ridgefield.
That's James Isaacson.
As Isaacson scores the right side. And it's a one-goal game again with 5:21 left in the first half.
Good roll. Is he a lefty or a righty?
He's a lefty.
Good roll, got to a strong hand. Oh, so got a weak hand. Good shot there.
So you were talking about the 10-man ride, and it's interesting because you see more 10-man ride now in college now that there's a 80-second shot clock.
And the 20 to get it over.
20 to get it over forces teams to make decisions quicker, so a lot more college teams are actually going to the 10-man ride.
Shot clock is a great thing for lacrosse, and hopefully they institute it in high school.
We wouldn't have won a state championship last year if there was one. Ridgefield would not have.
It should be instituted in high school basketball in Connecticut as well.
Oh, definitely.
But, as the son of a former high school basketball coach in upstate New York who liked to play the Four Corners stall.
Looks like the Ridgefield Fogo is down.
An injury here.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break as the athletic trainers tend to the injured Ridgefield player. We'll be back here on the DAF Media Network. Darien up 4-3 on Ridgefield, 5:12 left in the first half.
Later.
We are back here live on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, Jeff Cragen, Tom Gaglione.
Looks like Darien switched up their defense a little bit. I think they're double polling the midfield now. It looks like they're now polling both Dirth and 43. I apologize, I keep forgetting his name.
So it's 40. It's Wes Carpenter, I think you're talking about.
So they're polling both Dirth and Carpenter now. They moved Tyler Strube up on Dirth, and Sam Cragen is now on Mathis, with Pierce moving over to Colsey.
And Ridgefield running some clock here. Oh, and we've got a flag on the turf. Ball is across the end line.
Up high. I think. I think he called cross check there. He's blocked by, I think, his stick. He went for the push.
Stick got up on Owen Gatos, number 10 for Ridgefield. He's the brother of Luke Gatos, who was Ridgefield's LSM last year, who's at Brown now. He's second line midfield, and Coach Colsey had out there at that moment.
Pretty sure Ridgefield's 2 for 2 on man up, so I'm sure Darien's looking to probably make sure they press up top a little quicker to prevent those shots from coming from up there, because that's where both goals have come from.
You are right on that. They've scored on both of their man-up opportunities.
That's just you got to get your poles on a string going quick there.
And
that was Mathis with the shot again from the point.
Mathis up top from the point with that shot, rolls across the end line.
They're kind of running Mathis and Dirth and Carpenter up top, all three of them up top, looking to get the shots off.
Nice stop by Demopoulos.
Good ground ball there, Carpenter.
And that sails wide of the post.
Kick save and a beauty on that one.
Nice save by the Darien
As
goalie.
a former hockey goalie, I can appreciate that. Former bad hockey goalie, I can really appreciate that.
So Ridgefield's got Isaacson there in the middle. They finally took a peek at him there, but
he'd been kind of going around. Oh, and that happened right as time expired on the penalty. So Jack Bogdan was coming out right away. Oh, and turnover.
That was a nice outlet from Demopoulos to Bogdan. The turnover, and here comes Ridgefield. Ridgefield in the black uniforms with the orange numbers and the orange trim, moving from left to right on your screen here in this second quarter. Under 3 minutes left in the quarter. Darien and the home whites with the blue numbers, moving from right to left. A cold, rainy day in Darien for this FCIAC matchup between two rivals.
I'm guessing the kids who are running around are fine, but there are probably more than a few of them that are a bit cold.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this game on the DAF Media Network.
Good pressure there.
Turnover. It was a good check on the pass. Forced
Good job
Turnover.
good job by Ridgefield not helping find that ball. Never want to help them.
Get their personnel on the field,
Yeah,
right?
never want to help them. Bruce will clear this himself for Darien. Bruce Ferguson.
Yeah, he's covered here, I think, by Brady McSped, 19th.
So they'll shuffle. Oh, that's sorry, that's Tommy Hellman. I apologize. Saw the 2, not the 1. And now they're back. They've got Henry Feifel running in midfield.
There's Feifel.
Jackson's a righty, but he can shoot. He's got a pretty good left-hand shot.
And
it's going to be a turnover.
Turnover on Darien.
Pass just a little on the inside.
Feifel trying to get it to Minikis. A little too much on it. And
Michael was looking for it on the outside, and it kind of came inside on him. Darien riding hard.
Parsons gets the ball up to Isaacson.
Isaacson.
He's got 2 on him.
Isaacson slips on the turf, able to get up.
Oh, that's a nice clear.
And Mathis with the ball. Under a minute left in the first half. Darien clinging to a 1-goal lead, 4-3.
Mathis wants to get to his left hand. He's showing a righty there, but you know he wants to put on his left.
Defended by Sam Cragen, number 11, the junior. Here's Mathis. Ball's on the turf. Carpenter comes up with it.
Good defense by Darien there.
Great defense by Blake Seller. That's just, once again, all footwork. Great footwork. A little moving on that one, but ball's down.
Ball's down. The time running out for Ridgefield.
Mathis
Here
got
they
a
gotta
short
go.
stick on him now.
And that'll do it for the first half. Darien with a 4-3 lead here at Stadium Field under the lights on the Darien High School campus. We will take a break and we will be back with more live Varsity Boys Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, Blue Wave lead the Tigers of Ridgefield 4-3 after the first half.
Grab your retro yacht attire and escape with the Darien Foundation to our Rock the Yacht benefit on April 27th. They'll be dancing to sing-along hits from the 70s and 80s, performed by Yacht Rock Review. The seaside setting and water views at the Tokanee Club make the perfect summer kickoff. Since 1998, the Darien Foundation has awarded more than $4 million in grants to benefit and enhance our community. For more information and to buy tickets, go to darienfoundation.org.
We are back live here on the DAF Media Network. Just about to start the second half of this Varsity Boys Lacrosse game between Darien and Ridgefield. Blue Wave up 4-3. We've got a good one. Darien had the advantage in faceoffs, won 6-3. Daniel Parson, 9 saves for Ridgefield. The senior goalie did a tremendous job, and Darien outshot Ridgefield 18-12. And as a result, the Blue Wave have a 1-goal lead. Here's Lynn and Freeman again. Ball's on the ground, kicked by Freeman. Nearly scoops it up.
Tom and I were just talking. Parsons has been the difference. Parsons is difference in the first half.
Yeah. No question.
Anytime you can get 9 saves in a half out of your goalie, you're going to give your team a chance to win a lacrosse game. You know, generally speaking, if you get double digits in the 13, 14, 15 saves in a game, you're giving your team a chance to win.
And as we said, these were not, 20-yard out high to high where you can see them the whole time. These were all very good saves.
Yeah, no question. And the bounce shot is good for Darien as Jackson Peters opens the scoring here in the second half.
I don't think any goalie saving that.
No, that was a nice move off that sweep.
High bouncer overhand rip, upper corner. That's
freshman Kai had a hard time getting his stick through that pick there.
Here's another angle.
And he's guarding. That's great camera work.
That's a great job.
And freshman's guarding a junior who's going to Navy. I think Darien would probably take that matchup all the time, but the kid battled hard for sure.
So Darien opens the scoring on their first possession here of the second half, 5-3. Blue Wave up 2 goals now. Ball's on the turf near midfield, and it's still on the turf.
That's a real battle.
And Bruce Ferguson scoops it up.
Great kick to just kick the ball out into some space and go chase it. Darien double pulled the face off there, which is kind of interesting considering that in general we've had the advantage there.
And again, want to give a shout out quickly to our DAF Media production crew.
Nice save by Parsons.
Ball carries across the end line. Minikis brings it in, and Darien goes back to work. We'll get to our crew in just a minute.
As they say, he's seeing it. He's seeing the ball real well tonight. Must be these great lights we have.
Well, the conditions aren't great for seeing the ball real well, so.
And that's a goal for Darien, as Colin Rupenstein scores his second goal of the evening. And this had something on it, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. Once again, just turns his shoulders, gets the leverage, and lets it rip. I think, Tom, you and I may have jinxed him a little bit with all our praise.
Yeah. Well, that was a tough shot, though. There's no doubt. He went low, and the shot went high, though.
Yeah, Darien's brought Tyler Strube up to the wing, so they double pulled the wing. If you look, I'm guessing Bruce is down low. I can't see the number down there. I'm assuming that's Bruce down low.
38.
That's 38.
Yeah, so it's Olsen and Strube. So Olsen and Strube is a double pull with is that Tommy Hellman? I can't see the number on there. Oh, that's Bruce.
It's a face-off violation there on Ridgefield.
Yep, violation on the Tigers, so it'll be a Darien possession here. Darien in the home whites moving from left to right on your screen. Ridgefield in the black uniforms with the orange numbers and orange trim moving from right to left.
We got a great story out there for Darien right now in Cooper Hancock. We tell all our kids and tell all the Darien kids in youth lacrosse when you're going through and they all worry, I'm on A, I'm on B travel, and Cooper Hancock never made A travel until his senior year. And he's now out there playing for Darien. Kids, it's not where you start. It's where you finish.
It's where you end up.
Yep.
And that is true.
Same. Look at Pierce Hoyta. Pierce Hoyta starting for Darien, and I think he played. He was on. I don't know if he was ever on an A travel team, and here he is starting.
Well, Ridgefield had a kid last year that had played youth lacrosse and played as a freshman, and then came back to it, played football and came back as a senior, and worked his way into starting as a short stick team midi.
And that's a goal for Ridgefield at the other end. And
That was Carpenter.
That was Wes Carpenter.
Carpenter again.
Coach has moved him down to attack, it looks like, on that.
He just got a step on, I think he got a step on Tyler there.
Nice job again by our
And shot
production
before
crew.
the slide got there.
And Carpenter, you had mentioned this early on in the broadcast. Carpenter was a big part of the
Darien
win
killer, for sure.
in last year's state finals, and having another big night against the Wave here at Stadium Field as the rain continues to come down, albeit rather slow, which is a good thing.
Nice camera work there on seeing what's going on. And Ridgefield's winning the clamp there.
Yeah, the ball's loose, though, and Darien keeps coming up
and
with
the
it.
Darien wing plays is making the difference there.
Come on, team, it's your turn. Let's go.
There's Tommy Hellman with the ball.
Freeman, it looks like Darien's got, they're trying to
Making a sub.
They're trying to run the Fogo through here, and he's offsides. It's not a flag. It's not a flag. It's just offsides. He jumped too early.
So it'll be Ridgefield ball here.
Just a little anxious.
Like Coach Colsey's going to second line midfield here to give the first guys a breather.
They've played a bunch.
Yeah, well, the first line is very strong, but two or three of them go both directions. So
hard to believe it, Tom, that Coach Colsey in his 11th.
Darien's locked off, and they're off. That's
Ridgefield was offsides there, but
Ridgefield got away with one there.
He didn't see it.
Yeah.
And the Darien sideline animated.
Darien faithful's letting him know about it.
Tom,
it was right in front of him.
As I started to say, Coach Colsey, hard to believe this is his 11th season. I remember when he took over the program. He certainly has done a nice job with the program, an FCIAC championship, the only in program history, a couple of state championships, including last year, and has really built the program back up.
Ridgefield, they're trying to invert here. Take a shorty behind. Run a pick.
Working a little two-man game behind the cage.
You got a two-man game with a shorty. I think Darien probably won't mind that as much.
There you go, Tommy.
Ridgefield now trying to find a seam in this Blue Wave defense.
That's good defense, good body right there. Not letting square up when he comes through. Nice work by Tommy Hellman there for Darien.
Come on, Andy. There you go.
That's good defense. Good lift.
Oh, and Gatos just couldn't
hang on to that
hang on to it, and here comes Bruce Ferguson.
That's a good, solid defensive effort by Darien there, though.
Yeah, there's a young line of midfielders out there for Ridgefield. Sophomore, freshman.
Bruce Ferguson headed to Colgate next year. He'll play lacrosse up in central New York.
Just, textbook footwork defense there by Bruce.
Feifel. There's Picorni in front. Peters, nice save by Parson. Wow.
Great, that's just a great save.
It's a great save.
Great save.
Putting on a clinic, Daniel Parson today.
That's a great save. We got to replay on that when we get a moment. Wow.
It's a nice out to Dirth.
Dirth has got some speed.
So Ray is the youngest of three lacrosse playing Dirths. His oldest brother played at BU and was a super midfielder for them. And then, as you mentioned earlier, his brother Peter's at Syracuse now.
Junior captain, that's
at
impressive.
Syracuse. Oh,
nice
that's
save
a nice
by
save on the other
Demopoulos.
side too. Yeah, shot by Dirth.
Yeah, they'll have Dirth back for one more season after this year.
But it just goes to show you have a kid like Peter who was, he's all-state, all-FCIAC offensive midfielder. He
was an All-American.
Yeah, All-American, walks on at, shows up at Syracuse, and now he's playing short stick midi, and he plays a ton, and he's very, very good.
Well, Peter was always a good defender, so it was probably a natural progression for him to make that move. And it's, as we were talking about earlier.
Feifel with the
nice
goal
shot.
on the bounce shot.
Feifel sweeping to his left. I don't know how many times we've seen that.
Here's Feifel, the pick up
Good
top.
pick by Darby. And then the defense, one guy thought he was sliding, so the other guy was going to recover.
A nice bounce shot.
Yeah, nice bounce shot. Slide never came.
Another angle here. It's going to be out of screen, but you see the end result as it bounces past
It's a good
Parson.
shot. It's a good shot.
Henry Feifel, the unassisted goal for Darien, and the Blue Wave extend their lead to 7-4.
That's what it takes. Those are the shots though that it's taken to score tonight.
Freeman and Lynn at face-off X, and Lynn had it, and it's Minikis.
No, I guess they never called possession there.
Yeah, they were out early. Darien was the first guy out, but it looked like the whole posse was out.
Yeah, I mean the guy was running around with the ball. I'm not sure if that's not possession. I don't know what is, but
Certainly would be in the law.
No one's perfect.
Yeah.
It's Ridgefield.
So they're working Isaacson down, not Isaacson, the Carpenter down low.
That was a nice shot and another nice save.
Demopoulos showing why he is starting in goal as a sophomore for the Blue Wave. The last two shots he's faced.
Incredible run of goalies for Darien, year after year after year.
They got the switch there. Mathis with the short stick on him.
Mathis is the Henry Feifel of Ridgefield. The sweep to the left is where he wants to be going.
Signature move.
Yeah. But yeah, he's put Carpenter down. I think that's coach just because he wants him on. He wants him always on the field.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the motivation. And they get that little two-man lefty wing working.
And when you got two lefties over there, you can make it happen.
Stays with Ridgefield. Nice pass in front.
Yeah, it's in the crease.
And here comes Darien.
Ryan almost ran into his own player there for a moment. It is not getting warmer as this game goes on.
No, it is not. It is, in fact, it's going the opposite direction. And it's supposed to be much nicer tomorrow. The Darien varsity girls lacrosse team will play Garden City in an out-of-state non-conference rivalry. That game at 10 o'clock. We will have it live for you here on the DAF Media Network.
Those are always epic battles. Great back and forth.
Two great coaches. Darien's Lisa Lindley and Garden City's Diane Chapman. Here's Feifel.
Lisa's going to have her DVR working for sure, though.
No question. Her son is having quite a season.
Yeah, he's having a great year.
And Peter down at Roanoke is having a good run as well.
Yep.
Another great save.
Nice save.
Parsons again.
Parson has been on his head, as they say.
I mean, literally on his head. Darien's still riding hard here.
Ridgefield able to clear it. Down 3 goals, under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Ball's on the turf.
And here we go.
Yeah. Darien's up and out.
Although this midfield group has probably done a couple up and backs.
Bruce Ferguson, nice pass to Feifel for the goal. Wow, bang bang play. Ferguson to Feifel, and it's 8-4
Great.
Darien.
That was a great look, and he picked that pass off his shoelaces.
That's what Darien is very good at, as I mentioned earlier. If they get out in front of you, then they're going to get a numbers break going the other direction.
I mean, I think both Tom and I both looked at it when that ball came out to Bruce, but Tom and I both looked at it and we were like, uh-oh.
We're going to see another angle here.
Great look, but a nice catch by Henry, and that's another thing, kids, change planes.
Low to high,
high to low. You can't give him the same thing you're showing him. It can't be the end result because he's ready for that.
So here we go. Lynn and Freeman. And Freeman has had quite a
Ball's loose again, though.
game facing off.
Michael Minikis, I don't know how many ground balls a game he comes up with as an attackman, but he's close to leading the team in ground balls. Darien's got their second midfield out now. Cooper Hancock, Ryan Darby, and Jack Bogdan. Still with the attack of Minikis, Feifel, and Pokorny, I believe.
Feifel at X. Nice move. Goes low, nice
Good
stop.
save again.
It's good defense, too, though, by the freshman
That
again.
the freshman pull for Ridgefield there, he's guarding a senior who could easily end up being, all state, all FCIAC, and he really held his own. Here we go the other way.
We got an up
Here
and
we
out
go
for
the other way.
Tigers.
And here comes Ridgefield. Moving from right to left.
Here we go.
Nice passing.
Oh!
And
Save.
Demopoulos, what a save. Comes out of the crease, and Darien goes in transition. Ball's on the turf, scooped up by Feifel. Here's Pokorny. Pokorny, and a nice save.
This is a
Carson.
goal. It's a goaltending extravaganza.
Jack Bogdan the shot, and Parson the save. And that'll do it for the third quarter, and what a quarter it was. Darien up 8-4, some terrific goalie play by Demopoulos and Parson. We'll be back here with more live hockey on the DAF Media Network. Blue Wave lead 8-4 after 3.
Grab your retro yacht attire and escape with the Darien Foundation to our Rock the Yacht benefit on April 27th. There'll be dancing to sing-along hits from the 70s and 80s performed by Yacht Rock Review. The seaside setting and water views at the Tokenie Club make the perfect summer kickoff. Since 1998, the Darien Foundation has awarded more than $4 million in grants to benefit and enhance our community. For more information and to buy tickets, go to darienfoundation.org.
We are back live here on the DAF Media Network, about ready to start the fourth quarter, our final 12 minutes of play here under the lights at Stadium Field on the Darien High School campus. Jack Lynn and Matthew Freeman at face-off X. Ball is on the turf. And Ridgefield comes up with it.
It's been pretty much a stalemate at the face-off X. It's been a battle of who picks up the ground ball. Nice save. Wes Carpenter on that shot, number 42.
Connor Olson brings it across midfield, and Darien will now go to work on offense. As
Darien still double polling the face-off. Carpenter got under Sam, but you know he kept battling, and maybe got a check on that check late. So they've gone. They're sticking with Henry down low on attack, with Hudson and Michael for Darien, with the midfield of Tommy Hellman, Jackson Peters, and Colin Roop. Oh, nice rip by Tommy Hellman there.
And Tommy Hellman with a goal as Darien extends its lead to 9-4. 10:43 remaining in the fourth. Let's take another look. Hellman up high, nearly hit the crossbar. Let's take another look from behind.
Midfielder James Isaacson went for the trail check there.
Top right-hand corner, and that was Hellman.
I'll try to keep my histrionics down on that next goal. That was a good rip by Tommy.
Tommy Hellman, senior captain for Darien.
Wearing the number 12 for Darien. That's a good ground ball by Tyler Strube. You can always go back, guys. That's a nice heads-up play there.
It's the first clean face-off win we've seen in a little while.
Yeah, they've been scrum, a lot of wing play.
Scrums.
Here's Picorni.
He's covered by Dowd.
And he scores.
I think Darien likes that matchup a little bit there. Hudson's been able to get the corner on him.
So Jack Dowd, the junior defender there, he's returning just recently from an injury.
He got picked off by his goalie a little bit almost.
So Picorni scores, and if you could hear public address announcer Anthony Sweeney, that is his third goal. So Picorni, the hat trick here under the lights. Third game of the season, and he scores his third goal of the game. And it's Freeman and Lynn back at midfield once again.
Lynn had the clamp again, and
another loose ball.
And
Blake Seller
Lakes with a nice ground ball.
With the ground ball.
It's been a lot of very good wing volleys, very solid wing play for Darien on the faceoffs has paid off. So Darien going with his second midfield again. Cooper Hancock, Jack Bogdan, and Ryan Darby. This is the group that spent the end of last quarter going up and down, so they're probably, a little break did them good.
So they got the switch there. Good stop.
Just a spectacular game by the goalie.
Yeah, he is, we've said it once or twice already. Daniel Parson, the senior goalie for Ridgefield, has put on a clinic.
He really has. He's just made so many great saves. I mean, that was a lower corner.
Under 9 minutes left in regulation. And that'll be a violation.
Offsides, it looks like. Too many.
Ridgefield, yep.
Yeah, it was offsides.
Offsides called, Darien ball.
Darien bench was sure to call that for them.
Minikis had that right in front, and as he was looking to load up, he just lost control.
Looks like an off-ball push on Ridgefield there, and we got someone twisted an ankle, it looks like.
Substitution here by Ridgefield as
I think it was McSpadden.
it was McSpadden.
His number.
Number 19,
Yeah.
Braden McSpadden. Hope he's okay. Looked like he just tweaked the ankle. Here's Darby, near side of the field, to Bogdan. He gets it to Minikis. Bacorny back out to Bogdan as Darien moving it around the perimeter. Feifel on the far side of the field. And it's not the Darien way, but an opportunity here to run some clock.
You know, you got to learn to play. You got to learn to play with the lead. You got to learn to.
And Bogdan scores on the run.
Jack Bogdan. Righty sweep, lefty sweep from up top with the midfielders.
The senior midi. Nice shot here.
These camera angles. This camera is so good.
Let's see if we get it here. We will. Bogdan
Good shot.
is able to skip past Parson on the turf, on a wet turf. That's another thing that we haven't really mentioned. It is wet out on that turf, and the ball is moving.
It's tough on the goalies too. Different bounce every time.
There you go, 3-2.
Ridgefield comes away with this one.
Good ground ball there, but good. Connor Olson saw a moment there.
Out of bounds. That'll be Ridgefield ball.
It's a continued solid ride by Darien there.
James Isaacson gets it in the box, and here goes the Tigers.
Darien's playing pretty aggressive defense, pressing out.
Carpenter.
Yeah, I can do the graphics. I went to the graphics learning session.
It's Dearth on the shot. Just bounced it over the cage.
Dueling dives there from Colsley and Cragen.
Go, Pierce! Good job, Pierce!
Carpenter. Gatos. Gatos tries to get the shot off. Ball's on the turf, and Gatos scoops it up on the far side of the field, and Ridgefield will reset with 6:54 left. We're under 7 minutes now. The shot is wide of the near post.
Dearth
by
again.
Dearth. 11-4 Darien in control, but still lots of time left.
Dearth has got some nice speed there going across.
I mentioned early in our broadcast that Coach Braymeyer of Darien thought Dearth was a big reason, played a big role in Ridgefield's win over Darien in the state finals.
Great pass by Andy Demopoulos there to Tommy Hellman. Really, really nice pass.
And here's Bacorny. Bacorny fresh off his senior season on the ice for the Darien Blue Wave hockey team. Played on that second line for the Wave. Feifel on the far side of the field. Feifel, an attackman in lacrosse, a goalie on the ice. Talk about changing your mindset, going from one sport to the next. I asked him about
actually
that.
did the exact same thing. I was a hockey goalie and an attackman.
Well, Parsons on the other end of the field is a lacrosse goalie and a hockey defender.
Oh, such a shame for your guys' hockey team this year. They had such a great run.
Yeah, that last game was tough.
But the Ridgefield hockey team really.
And that is a goal for Feifel. Ring it up as Darien extends its lead to 12-4.
Lefty sweep.
Another sweep from the top.
Yeah.
Henry Feifel has patented that.
Both Henry and Colin Roop have had good luck with that this evening.
Getting back to the Ridgefield hockey team, Coach Gallagher has done a terrific job with that program. Best first line in certainly in the state of Connecticut, maybe even beyond that.
That's the starting six was just solid.
Yep,
Tremendous.
And
well, the Tigers are missing one of the hockey players, Kees Van Wees, who's not here today, who another family commitment, but he's a defender for Ridgefield, an offensive hockey player, but a defensive lacrosse player.
As a hockey goalie, all I wanted to do was play defense and shoot the slap shot. Darien off to the races a little
nice
bit.
Pass to Minikis. Nice stop by Parson in front.
Parson again with
Bang, bang play, and Parson was right there.
Parsons has just had an outstanding game.
What was the call there?
Darien in the crease. Darien in the crease.
In the crease.
Or it might have been quasi-goalie interference in the crease.
Under 5 minutes left, 12-4 wave. Here's Minikis on the far side of the field. Darien on the move. Nice pass in front, and that's a goal for Holt Mathias.
That's a great pass from Michael Minikis there. Great pass.
Minikis to Mathias. The M&M boys combining on a goal here.
That's a lot of Darien lacrosse royalty right there.
Yep.
That all started with the two poles up top really pressing the Ridgefield player with the ball. And when they got it, they moved it quick.
Pole was carrying the ball over the midfield line and turned it over, and that's where it all started from.
And Darien's going to call a timeout with 4:43 left in the fourth quarter. 13-4, Blue Wave in control. We'll be back with more live hockey on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation.
Hopefully some lacrosse too.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say,
You said hockey.
did I say hockey?
You said
Okay.
it in the last one too.
Lacrosse. We are talking lacrosse here
Well,
on the
you know, you do
DAF
all the
Media
different
Network.
Sports, you got
We are back live here on the DAF Media Network. Darien up 13-4. We are watching boys varsity lacrosse, so we were talking a little hockey. So I apologize for the slip there.
A couple of new players for Darien out there. Will Nelson is a junior LSM, number 31, battling for the ground ball there. And Noah Dubray, nice ground ball by Will. Noah Dubray is a junior out there for his first face-off of the game.
It's another 50-50 ground ball on the face-off one by Darien.
We've got on Darien's side, we've got a few new players. Holt is on attack. Holt Mathias. That is 21 is Charlie Walsh, a senior with the ball. The midfield consists, I believe, of a couple of sophomores. 17 is Jamison Moore, with 16 Carter Flanagan, who's a junior. And is that O'Malley is that Connor O'Malley, 28 on the crease down there? I think that's right. So you got two sophomores and a junior at midfield with a new attack in there.
And that's a goal.
Lefty
for
sweep
Carter
by Carter
Flanagan.
Flanagan. Lefty sweep by Carter Flanagan.
Michael again unassisted.
And you got a few new defenders out there
Check
for
that. Number 16, Carter Flanagan.
That was actually Matthew Minikis on attack.
Okay, so
the freshman.
Is that Matthew on the far
last,
side, 23? Yep, there we go. The last Minikis.
Minikis, yep.
And we've got on defense, we've actually got we've got Sam Wilson, who's one of the football captains. Peter Graham, and is that a Warble on the far side? I can't see the number. You got a bunch of new kids out there for Darien.
I believe that's Will Nelson on the far side. It is.
Will Nelson, 31,
31.
is a junior LSM, who you may not see a ton of reps from him this year, but next year you're going to see a ton of reps from him. Very, very smart midfielder, LSM with good feet.
And that ball rolls out of bounds. It'll stay.
I think they called that a shot, so it's going to stay with Ridgefield.
Ridgefield, yep. That shot sails over the crossbar across the end line.
And I think we have a new Darien has a new goalie. Who's that? Smith, right? It is Spencer Smith, right?
Spencer Smith,
Spencer Smith is now between the pipes for Darien. And that is Warble, number 43. With the two sophomores as a short stick D midi, Jamison Moore and Connor O'Malley. Tom Ridgefield is used to having a bunch of youngsters, but for Darien, there's a lot of people in front of you.
Yeah, there always is, right?
I want to talk to Danny for a second.
Under 3 minutes left here. The shot is good for Ridgefield, and that is a goal for Ryan Colsey.
Yeah.
So the coach's kid gets in on the scoring for the Tigers. We'll take another look at it right here. Comes out from behind.
Turns the corner lefty there and goes high to high.
Yep. And Ryan Colsey, his first goal of the evening, as the rain continues here at Stadium Field and the temperature continues to drop.
We're about 10 minutes away from this being snow.
Or 1 degree.
Yeah.
And
we were discussing up at Tiger Hollow. It would have been snowing at the start of the second half.
It is snowing out. There's 3 inches on the field up there right now.
Well, it's funny. We were talking before this game that when they met during the regular season at Tiger Hollow last year, it was a day much like tonight, a cold, rainy day. Not quite as cold, but it certainly rained throughout that game.
Nice face-off win for Noah there. Noah Debray. He is a junior. Darien's going to invert. I think that's Jameson. Can't see his number. Yeah, I think Darien's going to invert Jameson.
Nice move. And the pass. Jamison Moore looking for
almost
out of bounds.
Good hustle by Charlie Walsh there. You said it, Tom. I was like, oh no.
Little jump pass there.
A little bit of a buddy pass, but
yeah,
they got away with it.
There's a lot of white surrounding the black there.
So a big second half for Darien, as that's a Ridgefield turnover.
Carpenter, I believe.
This was a 1-goal game at the half and a big third quarter for the Blue Wave.
A little similar to last year.
Yep.
I think Darien was down 6-5 or 5-4 at halftime last year up at Tiger Hollow.
Well, as we said earlier, it's early in the season.
Yep. A lot of season left, and both of these teams have quite a non-conference schedule. Flag on the field.
Yeah, Darien's got some doozies on the weekends coming up.
Darien will be at Manhasset next Saturday at 2 o'clock. We will have that game for you on the DAF Media Network. I mentioned Darien's next 5 games are on the road.
It'll be interesting to see. Manhasset was sort of the first team last year that slowed it down against Darien.
Yeah, that was a great game here.
And you know, it'll be interesting to see if they do that this year.
And Ridgefield plays some really talented teams out of Section 1 in New York State. John Jay, Yorktown, who Darien has already played this season.
Another save by Parsons. That was a good low to high rip from Carter Flanagan, Jr.
Good out for Ridgefield.
Tom and I were talking about how, you know, Ridgefield's getting some impressive work from some younger kids, you know, and
a lot of minutes from a lot of young guys.
A lot of minutes from a lot of young guys.
Good opportunity early in the season.
That pays off. That pays off when it gets warm out.
I think that was
Colsey again. He got a little low on the Darien defender. Got his shoulder underneath him. Was able to turn it.
So it's 14-6, Darien, with 10 seconds left in this one. And I think just about everybody here will enjoy their ride home and get into some warm environs and call it a night.
All 10 people that are still outside.
And again, I want to thank everybody for tuning into this one, watching this one on the DAF Media Network. A number of views, that will do it as the Darien players run onto the field. The Blue Wave beat Ridgefield 14-6. And a conference matchup, early season showdown in this one. We are going to take a look and recap the highlights here for you. We'll recap all the scoring here in this 14-6 win by the Darien Blue Wave. So whenever our director, Danny Owenati, will take those highlights, we'll be good to go.
I think, you know, both teams probably have some things that they're pleased about and some things that they're both going to go to practice on Monday saying, you know, here's what we got to continue to get better on.
Goalkeeping won't be one of them.
Oh,
for either team, really.
Yep.
Outstanding game from both keepers. Ridgefield especially, I mean.
And here we go. Goal by Darien. And Ridgefield answers here. Mathis up top at the point, and he buries that. The shot skips past Demopoulos.
One of a handful of lefty sweeps coming up here from Colin Rupenstein.
And again, our DAF Media production crew putting these together, doing a tremendous job. There's Picorni. He had a hat trick in this one.
Tom was spot on that on the man up. Ridgefield looking to get their lefty shooters some room, and it worked.
That was dearth for Ridgefield, their last goal, and here is
nice
Darien.
Michael Minikis with a nice feed from Jackson.
James Isaacson on the righty shot there.
Isaacson scores for Ridgefield.
I could see the old coach there and Tom going, wow, didn't see that coming. Nice work.
There's a save by Demopoulos, who played well for the
another
Wave.
sweep.
Another sweep. Yeah, that definitely worked for Darien, kind of all day. The younger, you know, you could tell them sort of start to get a run on the younger defensemen that were guarding them, and you know, it's a little bit of a case of a bigger, stronger, faster currently.
Good shot there by Wes Carpenter.
Good pass. God, just a great save.
You could make a highlight reel just out of Parsons
saves. Yep. Yeah. Well said, Tom.
Parsons going to sleep well tonight.
And here's Darien in transition.
Bruce to Henry. Great pass, great catch, great finish.
Yeah, that was a nice pass by Bruce Ferguson to
righty,
Feifel.
Righty sweep, Tommy.
Righty sweep.
Righty sweep, Tommy Hellman. Lefty sweep, Henry Feifel. Hudson just got a step on him, and another great lesson there, kids. Take that extra step to glory.
Well, the defender there needs to get his hips upfield.
Jack Bogdan, nice righty sweep. Jack Bogdan with the righty sweep. Henry Feifel with a lefty sweep.
Here's Darien again. Here's Darien again.
I didn't see how that was Michael DeHolt. Michael DeHolt. Carter Flanagan, lefty sweep. There, that's a good bounce shot. But those are the types of shots that it took to score today, right? I mean, that's a really, really tough shot for a goalie to come up with.
Yep.
Colsey's son with a couple of...
Ryan Colsey's first goal against Darien, hopefully for his young career, first of many.
Tom, can't thank you enough for hopping on.
So
we're going to do this again. Absolutely.
Yep.
You're in the Rolodex now forever. So it was just awesome. Your knowledge is tremendous. And Jeff, always great
Jeff,
seeing
great
you. It was a pleasure.
Tons of fun.
You guys were great.
Thank you very much, Tom. That was great. Thank you for coming down.
I want to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew once again. Danny Owenati, our director, our instant replay coordinator, Sarah Bogdan, the younger sister of Jack Bogdan. Camera 1, Carson Depp. Camera 2 was Bo Hancock, and he did a great job bringing us all those isolation shots. For Tom Gaglione and Jeff Cragen, I am Damian Andrew. This has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, the Darien Blue Wave beat Ridgefield 14-6. Have a great rest of your night, everybody, and enjoy the weekend. Take care.
Grab your retro yacht attire and escape with the Darien Foundation to our Rock the Yacht benefit on April 27th. They'll be dancing to sing-along hits from the 70s and 80s performed by Yacht Rock Review. The seaside setting and water views at the Tokenie Club make the perfect summer kickoff. Since 1998, the Darien Foundation has awarded more than $4 million in grants to benefit and enhance our community. For more information and to buy tickets, go to darienfoundation.org.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. And as a family, we've had so much fun watching varsity field hockey and lacrosse games under the Darien High School stadium lights. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
As a resource, the Darien Foundation is unique within Fairfield County and indeed unique on a national level. For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.